Nestle girl, it's the middle of the day, and this goddamn love and marriage Huntsville got my ass in here drinking, honey. And in the 10 years y'all been knowing me, I always drank Hennessy or I drank that gin. But thanks to my girl Erin and these mofos on Love and Marriage Huntsville, they got me in here drinking this Jameson whiskey, okay? Stir it up all at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Ooh. At any rate, did y'all get into these last 2 episodes of Love and Marriage Huntsville? As you can see, I'm slightly more excited now than I was when this show started out. And I'm like, I hate to admit it, but I'm a little interested in their lives or whatever. So we just gonna jump right on in. So 2 episodes ago starts with the day after the bachelor party, and the wives all wanting to know what happened the night before. You ain't got to lie, Martell. You ain't got to lie. Why do y'all think Martell lies so damn much? Mel wanted to know what happened at the strip club, and instead of saying we were boys being boys, it was a couple lap dances, a couple drinks, and some dollars being thrown. He beats around the bush and spoon feeds her little pieces of information and forces her to keep having to ask and nag and beg. Then he goes from a baby spoon to a teaspoon to a tablespoon to a ladle of information, which further makes him look like a liar. I'm not understanding why Martell has such a hard time with the truth. On one token, he's pompous and arrogant as fuck, and on the other, has the inability of telling the truth. My whole thing is, if you're going to be arrogant and all out with it because Mel seemed to not be going nowhere, just be like, yeah, I got 2 lap dances and spent $1,000 and what? Let her nag, moan, bitch, and complain like she normally do and keep on going because it don't look like she going nowhere. Quiet as it's kept. Marsau not having that ring on. I got a problem with that. And I'm not going to lie to you. I like Tish. As much hell as I give Marsau, I like Tish and Marsau. I really do. However, I am starting to think, and I did not want to believe this, but I'm really starting to feel that Tish, the real reason why Marsau is so adamant about you staying at home is because he's running the streets. And he's got a whole other life in the streets. And just as long as you are home with the kids, you're not running into people. You're not able to hear things. You're not able to see things because he always knows where you are at all times. So while he at the Ruby Tuesday or the Cheesecake Factory, because one thing about Marsau, he ain't Martel. Marsau ain't whining and dining them hoes. He carrying them hoes to the 2 for $20 at Chili's or to the all-you-can-eat salad bar down to the Ruby Tuesday. That's all he giving them. And he giving them conversation and dick. That's what he giving them. Now, Martel, on the other hand, Martel putting them hoes up in apartments, carrying them hoes to Prime 112, feeding them down to Houston's and Hillstone, taking them to the place where the restaurant turn around the building. That's what Martel doing with Melody, Hope, and Hope Money. Okay? Marsau ain't doing that. So, at least Tish, you got an old school cheater that's like, bitch, he taking care of the family and he just fucking her. But trust and believe, he wants your ass home so you can't pop up on him on your lunch break down to the Ruby Tuesday all you can eat salad bar with the little raisins and the ham and the little bacon, bitch. Bitch, I get all the bacon with the oil and vinegar with ranch and balsamic. I like it all like that. Martell not drinking at home but drinking with his boys. Now, I ain't got too much to say to that. Melody made it a big deal that she can barely get him to have a glass of wine at home, but he was drinking like crazy with his boys. Here's the thing, bitch, y'all know I'm a drinker. Apparently, allegedly, truthfully, honestly. Stir it up, bitch. Mama likes to drink. But I do have some close friends and relatives who don't, or who only drink on occasion. And Lord knows I wish I was one of those people. It would have saved me a whole lot of hangovers, a whole lot of Sunday mornings, and a whole lot of my coin, my guap. I don't find it out of character that he drank on the boys' trip or at the honeymoon. As a matter of fact, more people need to have that type of mental adaptation when it comes to alcohol, that they can drink on special occasions and not every night down to the bar like me with a Honda Cosby. Stir it up, okay? Nevertheless, I'm not going to harp on Martel too much about that one because I got a whole lot of other shit I can harp on them on. But I do get where Mel is coming from. Here is another situation where you won't do it with me, but you'll do it with these bitches outside our home. I get it, girl. I get it. Kimmy and Maurice's wedding was so beautiful. You know, baby, I'm down in Miami. They got married 2 causeways over from where I'm at. I've seen people do that all the time. It was a beautiful wedding. I hate that it rained, but I love the fact that Kimmy, I love Kimmy. I just do. I get her. I connect with Kimmy. Kimmy, you're so practical. Like, I had got an email from Holton Holt's office. I guess it was like their office manager or their secretary, somebody inviting me to, I guess, a viewing party that I think they may be having for the finale episode in Huntsville. Thank you so much, Holton Holt, for the invitation. I would have loved to have come. Believe it or not, my first cousin lives in Huntsville. Shouts out to Ernestine Heathington. We call her Tina. She lives in Huntsville, and I'll actually be in Huntsville, I think either next month or the month after next, hosting a party for her, and I would love to connect with all of y'all. But the person that I really would have liked to have gotten an invitation from is Kimmy. I'm going to make it a point to try to reach out to Kimmy and at least have lunch or dinner with her and Mo when I get into town. And Tisha. I like Tisha. She's going to have to leave Marsau home, though. Going to be side-eyeing his ass the whole time. And Mel, you could come too, but Marsau and Martel, they got to stay home. So, Kimmy, reach out to me, funkydineva@funkydineva.com, or I'll try to find your email on your social media, and we're going to make it do what it do when I come to Huntsville. Nevertheless, their wedding was very beautiful. And I was about to say, I like Kimmy because she's much like me. I try to see my glass half full in every situation. You know, her wedding day started off shitty. You know, nobody comes to a tropical city such as sunny Miami and want a gloomy sunny day. But she was able to, you know, have her wedding in that small 15-minute window and be able to see the bright side of things. That we, although the weather wasn't optimal, we got a sunset like no other, and it was all because of the rain. My sunshine has come, and there's no more rain in this cloud. I love it, and I think Mo and Kimmy are going to have a long, prosperous marriage. Lord knows, I hope they do. Martell. Oh, hold on. Before I get on Martell and Melanie conversation, let me tell y'all one thing. I don't give a good goddamn what y'all say about her. That Wanda is all right with me. Yes, God, honey. It ain't nothing like an old-fashioned country messy. Wanda, you is messy, you ignorant, and I'm here for it. Marsau, win your wedding ring. Yes, God, honey. Wanda, I want to have lunch with Wanda, too. So when I come to Huntsville, Tish, you have Wanda ready. Her and that eye makeup, baby. I love everything about Wanda, and she took Marsau ass to task. Now here's the thing. Was Wanda slightly out of line for doing that at the table and at that time? Yes, she was. The more appropriate way to have done that would have been to take Marsau to the side and be like, nigga, you better not be over here fucking over my daughter. Where's your ring? That would have been the more appropriate way to do that. And I am with Marsau in terms of, you know, but here's the thing, Marsau. Wanda wouldn't have had nothing to talk about at the table had you not given her a topic of conversation. Where is your ring? Where is your ring? Coupled with what's already going on with y'all's little friend group, Martell and Melody, coupled with the fact that y'all are in sunny Miami and you were at a strip club the other night, yeah, that's a bit suspect. Bitch, I feel away. You in a place with a bunch of alcohol and half-naked women on and you don't have your wedding ring on. That is problematic for me. You are married. And in the midst of a party town around party people, I need you to have your bat signal on that signals to these thoughts I am taking. Or was you taking them somewhere? Because see, y'all look like some old 79th Street hotel kind of niggas that y'all left the strip club and dipped off into your bag of tricks and took some of them hoes to the Motel 6. But I ain't even going to put them suggestions in Wanda and Tiff and Letitia head. I'm going to let it ride. Marsau, you can't get mad at somebody checking you for not wearing your wedding ring. Now, I got homeboys that work in construction, okay? And I know marriages that have done unconventional things, like we got our real wedding ring, and then I got the one that I wear that I don't care if it gets banged up, scratched, this, that, and the third. I'm sorry, I'm just old fashioned, despite the fact that I don't really get down with the institution of marriage because I think it's very primitive and somewhat, archaic. If you're going to play around with that, I think that you need to have that ring on at all times. Like my daddy wedding ring, I think that shit is like indented in his hand. Like I wouldn't even be surprised if it stank up under there. Because I think his hand don't go around it to the point where the shit don't even come off. You see what I'm saying? So miss me with that, I'm just not with the removable wedding ring tease if that's the route y'all choose to go. And if you gonna have to have this removable wedding ring, then Tish, instead of pushing for female liberation and equality in the workplace, you might need to push for a tattoo ring. I'm just saying. Moving right along. Melody and Martel had a very explosive conversation outside. And here's the thing that I don't like. Here's the issue that I have with Martel. Y'all have heard me historically say this. You can't do wrong to a motherfucker and tell them how mad to get. You also can't do wrong to somebody and tell them about when they need to get over it. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, Mel would be able to get over it if you would truly lay it all on the line. The truth shall set you free. I'm slurring. Maybe I need to put this in. I ain't slurring. My tongue just heavy like Tisha. At any rate, the truth shall set you free. This woman is confused. She's bewildered. She's bothered. She's been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and Plymouth Rock landed on her and called her phone at the same damn time. I'm with Letitia. And again, being the resident gay boy, not Letitia, Melody. Being the resident gay boy, everything she said out her mouth sounds like something that I have had to coach all of my homegirls through at some point in their lives in terms of what was it that caused this? What did she have that I didn't? How did we get here? Why did it last so long? And moreover, and this is the one that I've had to deal with the most with a lot of my homegirls, and this was the one that concerned me. I'm a realist, and I'm one of those people that thinks it's kind of naive to think that somebody's going to be married 20, 30, 40 years and a person didn't step out once or twice. We're human. Things happen. Mel had a very valid point when she said that woman called that phone and said, I didn't call to speak to you, put Martel on the phone. The fact that your innate gut response was not to go the fuck off on that mistress for disrespecting your wife, it speaks volumes. The fact that your natural, animalistic, instinctual self did not jump to her and go the fuck off on the side piece or the jump off suggests that she was not a side piece or a jump off, that she was more than that. And quite frankly, you held her to equal or greater value than Mel because your instinctual self did not check that down. I've been out in public in Miami with these no good ass niggas, and they side piece have rolled up on the girlfriend or the wife, and these niggas damn near slapped the shit out of them bitches and put them in their place. The fact that you did not do that says you have a lot of respect for this woman. And I'm not mad with you having respect for anybody or any woman, but the respect that you have for her should not rival the respect that you have your wife or the lack thereof. So Mel, you are right for feeling everything that you feel, but the thing about it is, you all bark, no bite. And you've created a situation where all Martel got to do is blow smoke up your ass and give you enough just to pacify you, and you good. You in pain, but your priority's in the wrong place. I've seen the type being the resident gay boy. It seems as if, Mel, you are more attracted and you prioritize being the power it couple than you do having a happy marriage. because you find validation in that. Because you fly as fuck. You fly, you got it going on. You and Martell, y'all both look good together. Y'all do. Y'all making moves together. Y'all are. Y'all look good from the outside in that nice castle y'all live in. But inside the kingdom, baby, everything is running astray, running amok. It's a mess. It is a mess. And I'm here to tell you, baby, you got children. You got children. You got to ask yourself, what example are you setting for your children? But we're going to say that for a whole nother episode. Nevertheless, my issue with Martell is that he's very dismissive. Every time, instead of putting this woman's fears to bed, you sit there, why we got to talk about it? I thought we got past this. No, nigga, you got past this. I'm still on it. And as my man, it's your job to help me get over it. Help me. Help me. Won't you help me? Won't you help me understand your plan? Yes, Deion Ferris, when she was part of Arrested Development, if you got a drink in the middle of the afternoon like I do, stir it up. Y'all gonna start calling me drunk and Dineva, but I don't care, bitch. I'm rich and I sit at home all day while y'all hoes watching me from a cubicle. I could be drunk in the confines of my house. At least I ain't got no man stressing me the fuck out, asking me why did I get married. At any rate, next episode, Maurice and Kimmy get back home and Wanda bought them an old nasty piece of boomerang leather lingerie. Now let me tell you something. Do leather make your pussy stink? I'm just asking. It looks like a hot material, and I'm sorry, I wouldn't want no kind of cowhide near my hind part. Nevertheless, that was cute, and once again, I love me some Wanda. Now, Tish brings up the fact that she may want Wanda to move in to help her with the kids so she can return to work. I love it. I'm here for it. And the fact that Marsau had a rebuttal against it, because originally, Marsau's complaints were, if you go to work, Marsau's thing was, I have no intentions on helping you with these kids or uprooting anything of what I'm doing. You've got motherly responsibilities. Tish has found a solution to the issue, and Marsau still has a rebuttal. Now he's speaking for her. I just think that you're going to regret not being there to see the kids do this and see them off to school. Well, bitch, you don't seem to be regretting it. So if you are so finite in your mind and knowing that you ain't going to regret it, how the fuck you going to cast that upon her? She found a solution that will allow her to go back in the workplace without altering your ecosystem. But you still got to complain. That's because you don't want that woman out that house. Tish, listen to me, sis. Listen to me, sis. While y'all sitting around, kikiing, cacan, and gossiping about Martel and Mel, let me tell you something. Your nigga out there doing the same thing. The only difference is he has not got caught yet, sis. That's why that man wants you locked in that house, sis. Don't be dumb, sis. You better talk to Wanda. Wanda know what the fuck going on. Wanda look like she used to smoke Benson and Hedges and drink Michelob's with the old lady sitting under the tree. You better talk to Wanda. You better talk to Mama Hope. Hell, even Melody Mama don't look stupid. Tish, you better ask around. You better ask the women's around Huntsville. Do not be stupid, Tish. Please don't be stupid. This man wants your ass locked away in that house for a reason. This shit is classic. We've seen this before. This is so classic. It is classic isolation. Let me keep her over here so I can do everything I got over there, and so the two worlds do not collide. It would seem to me that my man would be happy that I would be out and about and could meet him for lunch in the middle of the day and pop up on him at work and bring him flowers and stuff. Ain't that what you want? That's what most people who get married want, but he don't want that, baby, because he don't want you to pop up down to that Ruby Tuesday. But don't you worry about it, because something in my spirit tell me Kimmy ass just by chance gonna be down to the Ruby Tuesday, and she gonna see what the fuck going on and report it to the women's. That's what now that y'all on this show in Huntsville about this big, his spot gonna get blown up real quick. Trust and believe. I like the fact though that Tish seemingly in 6, 7, 8 episodes has grown a backbone and a set of balls, and instead of asking, she's like, this is what I'm doing. Now, whether it's real or for TV is to be determined, but it did make me feel good to know that this woman found some sort of liberation and just told her husband, nah, nigga, you ain't finna lock me away like Rapunzel. Rapunzel, let down your hair. Bitch, I ain't got none. Open up this door. Okay? Melanie talking to her mom. I got a lot out of that conversation with Mel talking to her mom. You know, it's funny because on one token, I respect the mom giving her the advice that she did, but it was very blanketed advice. Only you and God could you know, mom, Mel did not walk away from that conversation with you any more or less confused than she did when she walked into it. As her mom, you know, as her sister, as her immediate cousin or something like that, she needs the real deal. What this nigga doing, bitch, this what you need to do. Oh, hell no, let's pop up on that hoe. That's what she needed from you, not this blanket ass, only you and God could decide. But Mel did say something that I think a lot of black men are troubled with, and I know my father was in terms of raising his kids. Melody said, Martel has done much more for me than he's seen men in his family do, so he thinks that's enough. That resonated with me. My father is from Grenada, Mississippi. He grew up with no father. On his prom night, he tells the story that he was always baling hay. My grandmother was a drunk and she was abused by men, and my father had to basically fend for himself and his family from the time he was in high school. He put his way through college, went to the army, had a family, so on and so forth. Because he was dirt poor, came from nothing, had no father figures, his whole life setup was money. So my father was of the belief that just as long as he was paying the bills, that was all that had to be done. That was it. Bitch, I'm 10 times better than every person from where I'm from. I'm paying the bills. That's more than what I had as a child. That's more than what I had as a young man. That's more than what I had as a man with a family in my 30s. I had no support system. I had no emotional support. I had nobody to turn to for guidance. And y'all ain't got to struggle. The lights are on because I pay the bills. You know, and it's sad because when it comes to raising children and when raising healthy young people or just having a healthy family, paying the bills is the least of it. In retrospect, yeah, we had things. My sister and I, we had toys. We had the latest electronics. We were able to go on field trips. But I'm going to tell you something. In retrospect, I think I'd rather us been broke and struggling in a certain regard and had a solid, cohesive, loving family than for me to now be 35, going on 36 years old and spending the little coin that I got in therapy. Because that's what I'm doing. Paying a goddamn therapist, going twice a damn month, fixing problems that he and my mother created because they thought paying the bills was all that matters. So, you know, it's a balance. You know, I would have taken a little less bill paying and a little more love to not be the fucked up individual that I am right now. But don't you worry about it, Nessa, because between this Jameson and my therapist, we're going to work it out. Stir it up, honey. Stir it up. You know, Martel is definitely an arrogant SOB. And Melody, I think too, you may need to pull a Nene Leakes. I think you may need to divorce that motherfucker. They say if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it's yours, and that's how you know. It's for keeps, yeah, it's for sure. Yeah. You know, and I ain't an advocate of folks breaking up their family, but I also don't see divorce as breaking up families if you do it properly and strategically. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of people out here raised with divorced people and turned out just fine, like me. Mostly. I'm successful. I ain't worked on nobody's job in 10 years. I got 3 degrees, so bitch, I'm something. Nevertheless, y'all hoes over there judging me. Yeah, I be a hoe sometimes and I drink a lot, but we all got problems, whether you come from a good family or not. Tisha tried to enter the workforce. Baby. That interview started out raggedy as fuck. I was like, girl, you need to not try to enter the workforce and kick your ass down to Job Corps, bitch. You know, Job Corps take anybody. You ain't got to have no kind of skills. Tish, you need to go down to Job Corps. But I was glad to see by the end of the interview, NBA and all that NBA kicked in. And she was getting more confident and conversational with the woman and so on and so forth. But Tish, you don't never go down to your job house and tell the employer you got kids and you got limited time and you got to plan this and the third. No, bitch, you lie and telling people everything they need to hear to get the job. Then you just call in, bruh. Like somebody, we could tell you been out of the workforce long. You telling people whatever the fuck they need to hear for you to get the job, and then you just call in. See, the beautiful thing about it is, Tish, you can fuck over these jobs because you ain't got to work. Girl, you got it the best. You can fuck over these jobs, call in and get fired because you don't even got to work. Tish, you could even show up to your job and talk to them people any kind of way because your husband got you. Y'all live in a townhouse. Y'all mortgage only $850 a month. And y'all HOA $125 because y'all ain't even got no pool where y'all stay. Girl, you is good. What you doing, Tish? Call me, girl. Or better yet, call Wanda. Mel and Kimmy meeting after the wedding, and Mel saying how Kimmy didn't call her but send her a text. I love Kimmy. Kimmy much like me. Kimmy was like, basically what I got from it is me and you don't kick it like that. We just started kicking it like this because of this show. I didn't know you like that to be calling you saying what's going on in your marriage. It would have came off more like me being nosy and less like me being concerned. So I just shot you a text. That's what arm length distance friends do. I don't know you like that to call you and be all at the wake and all at the funeral and all this, but I can at least send a text or send a card in the mail, and I feel like that's what Kimmy did. Kimmy is a stand-up person to me, and I feel like if Kimmy felt as if she had room and place in your life to have physically been there with you during that time, that she would have done that. But I'm glad that y'all was able to work it out. Now let's get down to this meeting that they had about the comeback group and the finance. And let me tell y'all something, bitch. I ain't had to be there. I didn't have to know what the articles and corporations said to figure out what the fuck was going on. Marsau and Maurice was not about to mix their real finances and their real credit into this made-for-TV project with Ho and Ho. That's just true tea. Marsau, they want to talk about the Infinity Group, which Tish is 85% on. And let me tell you something. Tish ain't sitting... Tish, I love you. I almost read the dog fuck out of you right now. Let me take a sip of this Jameson real quick. Tish, you sat down in a meeting with financing, in a meeting about financing, and proudly belted out how you 85% owner of a company. But Tish, 85% of zero is zero, honey. Like, I don't know if they skipped that portion of math in your MBA program that you got online from ICDC college while you was pregnant with your second child. I mean, bitch, 9 months you ain't had nothing else to do but sit down and read and throw up and eat. You know what I'm saying? ICDC college. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I give you University of Phoenix. You a little classy, Tish. I give you University of Phoenix teas. But nevertheless, the moral of the story is the two companies that y'all put up did not have enough collateral, credit, income, savings, or whatever the case may be to make the loan go through. However, dealing with these Holts, and not so much Melody, more so Martel, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know that I would have put up the main bread and butter of my family in this deal either. We're going to test this out real quick. And keep in mind that I'm a business person and I'm sensitive about my shit, okay? And that's what happened. You know, what I don't like, though, is when Martell and Melody called y'all on it, y'all tried to play on their intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should have called a thing. Listen, this is, because whatever it is y'all put up, and Mo, that bullshit as excuse, you know, this is a company, I'm part of this company, I'm married to Kimmy, so ultimately, any liability falls on me, I'm going to have to pay. I mean, yeah, in a very roundabout, inadvertent kind of way, but not directly. You know what I'm saying? We need your real company. We need access to your real company. That way we can get the financing that we need. But again, I understand that you don't want to compromise your main bread and butter. It yells, though, lack of trust. And let's just put the friendship and the funny YouTube shit aside. When it comes from a business perspective, if I was Mel and if I was Martel, I actually would not enter into business with y'all. You can't enter in any kind of fiduciary or financial relationship with somebody where there's no trust. And that's just true tea. There's no trust. There's no trust. And not saying that Martel and Melody have not given y'all reason to not trust them, because they have. Martel, you're not an honest person in your real life, your personal life, your business life. You didn't want them to go get multiple bids and appraisals for what was going on. So there's reason for them not to trust y'all. I just think that there should be another way perhaps that y'all could do this project. Maybe Melody and Martel should take lead and just subcontract out pieces of the project that fall in you guys' wheelhouse. And speaking of taking lead, you can already tell from their posture, from their body language, that Martell and Melody believe that they are the captains of this ship, and quite frankly, that they're more qualified to do this than the rest of y'all. You can tell that they feel you guys are subordinate to them, and that you don't know as much, and that this is theirs, and this, that, and the third. And that's another. That business meeting was very, 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 very telling. I don't know that this would be a business situation that I would be interested in being a part of, to be quite honest. And last but not least, they get down to this football team. This nigga got one good leg and two working phones. Do Jesus. Mel, I know that Carlos convinced y'all to do this, and that, you know, he's informed y'all that the only way reality television really works is to be real. But at what point does your career ambition trump wanting to make my marriage work? Martell has just done too many on-camera things that are disrespectful and counterproductive to the situation that y'all are in. I would just never have two phones and let that be said and known on camera as if it's like a secret to my wife, but this shit is being taped and my wife is going to see it. I would be curious to know what things are looking like in y'all household right now, but from the looks of things, I think the narcissistic side of both of y'all and the searching for the spotlight side of both of y'all don't give a shit. I think both of you guys are more into being this power couple, this celebrity couple, these money makers, than you guys are truly being a healthy, committed, married couple. And if so, that is okay. If both of y'all are on the same page with that, that's okay, because y'all down to the Oscars at the Rock Nation thing. Y'all celebrities, you got your pictures with Beyonce. And I'm just sorry, coming off of what this nigga done did to me on TV, we would not be fooled online anywhere in LA. I would be in La La Land getting my La La late. I would be in La La Land getting my La La licked by any and every La La body, okay? With that being said, Nessa girl, I'm finna get off the line. I got to run by the bank. Y'all hoes, be sure to like and subscribe and fix you some Jameson and ginger ale. And I'll call you later, girl. Bye.